What is good, you? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're gonna be going over and talking about our top 10 centers in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Now, I apologize, guys. I'm on vacation, so if the quality isn't where it normally is, that is why. But hey, we're still grinding out the content as always. Now we're gonna start it off here at number 10 with a card that I don't know. I feel like for his time was so good, but I still think this Diamond Chris Bosh can play. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. Badge wise, not great. Hot spot wise, not great. It's stat wise even, and not great. 87 interior, 78 block. These defensive badges for today's game just aren't very good. But the thing with Chris Bosh that I will always hold on to is ever since, I don't know whether 2K, I don't think his release ever changed, but ever since his green window got bigger, this card has been absolutely chicken in my team. You're not going to miss shots with Chris Bosh. He's a guy you can put out on the court and can trust to make shots at a really high level in the pick and pop game. Whether you want to play him at the power forward center position, that's totally up to you. I have him at my number 10 on my center list. At my number 9, was there ever a doubt? Diamond Rudy Gobert. Now, here's one thing I do want to hit on. A guy like Anthony Davis would obviously be on this center list, but I didn't want to put I don't want to make this center and power forward list the exact same. So I think AD is a power forward, which is why he was on that list. Rudy Gobert, 7'1", 7'8" wingspan. He is your traditional inside big. Now, if you have Shaq, throw him right in there at number 9 too. All of those guys basically are the same. For me, I prefer Rudy slightly ahead of those other guys, but if you want to run those other guys, I really can't sit here and hate on it. The problem with Rudy, can't really shoot the ball at all. The 25 3-ball, no shooting badges is pretty troll, but he blocks shots, he rebounds the ball at a high level, and he's free. If you did take advantage of that locker code and chose Rudy Gobert, you still got a top 10 center in the entire game. At my number 8, we're plugging in Diamond DeMarcus Cousins, 6'10", 7'5" wingspan, hotspots from 3 to 5 places around the arc. Now, DeMarcus Cousins is basically a polar opposite of what Rudy Gobert is. Here's the deal. Boogie Cousins gonna knock down shots, gonna actually be able to move decently on the offensive end as well. Problem lies with that defense. And it's not horrible, but he is only 6'10" at the center position. You come up against a Victor Wembanyama, even a Chet. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins is going to struggle quite a bit, but it's not necessarily all bad because on the offensive end of the court, again, gives you the 88 3-ball, gives you the ability to handle the ball, and just as an overall card, especially with the Hall of Fame catch and shoot, really solid. I feel like DeMarcus Cousins is low-key slept on, but the problem is he's 160,000 MT, and I cannot make the case that he is worth that. Coming in at my number 7 is Diamond Kareem AbdulJabbar. Now, Kareem, I loved when he came out. I really thought this card would have longevity too. And not that Kareem is bad now, but he's just not what he once was. Like, for his time, when he came out in November, I thought Kareem was going to be the best center in the game for by far and away a month. And it just never really happened like that. He can shoot decently, 62 3-ball. If you put catch and shoot on the card, you shouldn't miss with them. Defensively, really solid as well. I just feel like, I don't know. His release was baited. He was pretty 50 for me. It's just not a guy you want on the court because he's not really a popper. He's really a defensive interior center with that occasional 3-ball. I don't know. He is slightly better than a Shaq, than a Wilt, than a Gobert. And I do not think he's to the level of some of the better guys on this list. At my number 6, we're plugging in Patrick Ewing. It's crazy that I have Patrick Ewing over Kareem because when Pat Ewing got announced, I wasn't necessarily that high on the card, but as I've got Patrick Ewing, as I've used this card on my best account, not that he plays with my best team, but as I've used the card, I really like the card. 7 feet tall, 7'3" wingspan, hotspots from none from outside the 3-point line, but from everywhere on the inside. Pretty good. If you shoot a mid-range shot with Pat Ewing with the 95 midi, he is not going to miss. Now, with Patrick Ewing, what I want to, talk about is his defense. Hall of Fame anchor, immovable enforcer, pogo stick, post lockdown. What's there not to like? No Hall of Fame rebound chaser, but neither does Kareem. Neither Pat Ewing or Kareem is Hall of Fame rebound chaser, so both of those check out relatively even. The reason I like Ewing over Kareem is because he can knock down more shots. He has an 83 ball compared to a 62 3 ball, which is quite the difference. Yes, Kareem's going to defend better. You can argue Kareem is better if you want to. For me, give me a Pat Ewing. Coming in at my number 5, a newly released card, Dikembe Mutombo. I was I'm actually out here with a friend and I was talking 2K with him because he's really grinding this New Year's event and he said his starting center was Dikembe Mutombo and I'm like he had like a lineup. I think it was like D'Lo, RJ Barrett. I'm trying to think of the small forward position. He had the Tatum and then he was grinding, but then he had Mutombo at center. And for 42,000 MT guys, this is the guy I'd recommend. 84 3 ball, really solid defensively. Sure, you might think the speed, acceleration, vertical isn't exactly where you want it. He can rebound the ball, Hall of Fame rebound chaser anchor, can shoot the ball, Hall of Fame catch and shoot. To me, Dikembe Mutombo is a mesh of what Kareem and what a guy like Kareem and Patrick Ewing are, right? Kareem obviously is going to be better defensively. Pat Ewing is going to be better offensively shooting the ball. Dikembe gives you a little bit of both of those guys. Coming in at my number 5. At my number 4, Pink Diamond Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't have this card. As it stands right now, I did not have Pink Diamond Hakeem, but he is one card that I struggle defending against. I don't know what it is. I feel like whenever I play against him, people don't miss with him, which with the 74 3 ball, you think they might. No, they don't miss with him. Defensively, Hall of Fame anchor, box out beast, brick wall, post lockdown. Another card with no Hall of Fame rebound chaser, though, which really does bug me. Like, why are these bigs not getting Hall of Fame rebound chaser? It just bugs me because that is a big badge. Still, though, Hakeem, whether you want to play him at the 4 or the 5, I personally think he's best at the 5, is absolutely outstanding. Is he worth the grind? For 1,000 triple threat offline wins, 22,000 points in MyTEAM Unlimited, absolutely not. But if you get Hakeem, he can play for a long time. At my number 3, Diamond Season 3, 'tis the season pass, David Robinson. Came out on December 8th, nearly a month ago, and is still a top 3 center in the game. And I'm just going to tell you guys, Chet's on this list. So if you wanted to just put Chet at that power forward position, D-Rob would be all the way at number 2. 85 3 ball, 87 speed, solid defense. Rebounding wise, doesn't look that good, but guess what, guys? He's got the Hall of Fame rebound chaser, the badge that avoids a lot of these players. Hakeem doesn't have it, Pat Ewing doesn't have it, Kareem doesn't have it, D-Rob does. Meanwhile, still has a good release, gold catch and shoot, decent hotspots from both corners. D-Rob, it's crazy. Came out a month ago and is still one of the best bigs in the entire game. At my number 2, center position, we're plugging in Pink Diamond Chet Holmgren. Here's the deal with Chet. Okay. 7'1", 7'6" wingspan. You might think, oh, well, Ty, his strength's still bad. At this stage of 2K, guys, who is really post spinning Chet, right? I mean, how weak can you really be, especially when you have other guys on the court? The guy I was talking to, he said, I really haven't played much 2K this year, but when they released this 200 blocks challenge, I got it done. Like, Chet came out on January 1st, and this guy, who literally, a friend of mine who does not play much 2K at all, had grinded for Chet. So I'm telling you, 2K, you need to continue giving people stuff like this to grind. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy. Not everybody even has to be a top 2 power forward center in the game, but these types of guys make people grind the game. Chet, absolutely. Offensively, gonna knock down shots, Hall of Fame range. Defensively, fantastic as well. Coming in as my overall best center and best player in the entire game, Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. 7'4", 8-foot wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 87 3 ball, really solid defense. The one thing I'm really noticing with Victor Wembanyama is if you get him in a catch and shoot situation and he's towing the line, he doesn't miss. Meanwhile, if you get Victor Wembanyama a shot from deep, limitless range, he is not going to hit it. It's the one thing I wish Wemby had was the limitless range, because there's been quite a few times where I'm just too deep for Wemby. 7'4", every defensive badge you could ask for, by far and away, in my opinion, our best center right now in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on my center at top 10 list down below in the comments. Who is I too high on ultimately? Who is I too low on? And who did I leave off the list? Again, watch the power forward list. Go back, watch it, because that's where a guy like Anthony Davis is going to be. That's where a guy like Giannis is going to be. I think Diamond Giannis was on this list. He'd probably be at number 3, I would say, maybe even number 2. AD, you're probably looking at number 6, right around that range. So just kind of a ballpark for a couple of those guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.